Oh dear, I'm so sorry. My deepest apologies. Are you all right? I didn't mean to startle you. My goodness, here, let me get that for you. Please forgive me. I wasn't paying attention while rounding the corner and, well, again, my apologies. That was rather unexpected. There usually aren't many people out here at this hour. Ah, I see. Long day from work then. That is quite understandable. I know the feeling. So much to do, so little time. It can be rather exhausting. Well, then, would I be right to assume that you're taking a stroll through here to help relax your mind? Yes, it really is all the more lovely at night. The cool air, the way the moonlight cascades across the trees. It certainly is very peaceful. I like to come out here every once in a while just to take in the atmosphere. The gentle sounds of crickets and leaves rustling, the floral scents in the area. It all makes for a very soothing experience. Um, well, since we've met by chance, would you care for a little walk together? It's been quite a while since I've had some good company for an evening stroll. Oh, wonderful. I know a few lovely spots around here with some rather extravagant scenery. This park specifically is rather special in my opinion. Some of the views you can find around here are simply unrivaled. You know, I've always found that parks at night have a special kind of charm. During the day they're full of life, people chattering about, children playing around. It's all very lively. But at night, things are a lot more quiet, lonely. It's like the whole world around you has stilled. The park now belongs to the wind and the stars. Sometimes you just need that isolation to be able to clear your head, don't you agree? Certainly so. Quiet nights like these feel like a little escape from our hectic lives. Oh, look over there. Fireflies. Quite a number of them as well. I have to say, I haven't managed to encounter some in quite a while. Aren't they lovely? Like tiny little stars floating around. You know, I heard some people like to call them lightning bugs. Lightning bugs. Such a silly name. Though I will admit, it is rather adorable to call them that. I like to imagine that the reason why they light up is to help guide you to something interesting. So, whenever I spot them in the park, I like to follow them wherever they lead me to, almost like it's a treasure hunt. Although the last time I did so, they seem to have led me to a small piece of litter someone had thrown onto the ground. I certainly can agree it is a little unsafe to do so, yes, but the power of curiosity and wonder overwhelms sometimes. Ah, look over here. Do you see these flowers? These are night-blooming jasmine. After sundown, they release a rather sweet-smelling fragrance. Ah, such a calming scent, isn't it? If I recall correctly, there's actually a poem written about it. Would you care to hear it? It goes a little something like this. From plants that wake when others sleep, from timid jasmine buds that keep their odor to themselves all day. But when the sunlight dies away, let the delicious secret out to every breeze that roams about. I find it rather curious that a flower would inspire someone to write poetry about it. But then again, it makes it all the more intriguing, don't you agree? Though I would be careful not to eat its berries. They are rather toxic. No, silly. I wasn't implying that you would taste them. Rather, it was just a quick word of warning. Who knows? Maybe you might need that information in the future. Would you like to sit down somewhere? There's a nice spot nearby, just by the lake. It's probably my favorite place to sit and relax here. Though I do feel the need to point out it is getting quite late. I wouldn't want to hold you too long. Oh, you don't mind? Wonderful. Here, follow me. Here we are. It's quite a sight, isn't it? The way the stars sparkle off the surface of the water. Oh my goodness, I've completely forgotten as well. We haven't even introduced ourselves to one another. Pardon my manners. My name is Stolas. It's nice to meet you. Well, that's a rather lovely name you have there. It suits you perfectly. Now that that's past us, let's take a moment to relax and enjoy the view. Simple nights like these are certainly nights to look forward to. No worries, no stress, just the world around you. It's not very often we get to enjoy moments like this. Life tends to be rather complicated, but right now I feel completely at ease. I certainly hope you do too. This place, there's something hypnotic about it, don't you think? The way the waters ripple and move, always shifting. and yet the lake will remain here for a long, long time. It's quite a comforting thought. With so many things around you constantly changing, it's nice to have a place that remains the same. It's probably the most peaceful place I know, besides my home, of course. What about you? Do you have a place like this? Somewhere that makes you feel at peace? Wow, that sounds truly wonderful. Perhaps you could show it to me one day. Sounds like it'll be quite a treat. Look, do you see the way the stars shimmer on the lake's surface? The reflection is so clear, it's almost mesmerizing. Like looking into a whole other world. It almost looks like there's a whole other night sky resting just beneath the surface of the water. And look, up into the sky. There's a few constellations out and about. Over there, see that cluster of stars? Just above the treetops. That bright one is called Vega. It's one of the most radiant stars among them all. It's part of a constellation called Lyra, which is Greek for lyre. It's meant to represent the lyre of Orpheus, a famous bard in Greek mythology. Some even say that its music still echoes throughout the cosmos, though we are far too small to hear it. There are so many other stories just like this one, written in the stars. They're nearly endless. It's one of the reasons why I enjoy stargazing and studying all the various constellations so much. It's simply a beautiful concept to me. Sorry, I'm rambling too much. Oh dear, you're getting a little sleepy, aren't you? Your eyes were closing up just a moment ago. Don't pretend. That's all right. The night has been rather peaceful and relaxing. You probably must have been very tired before coming here. The sounds of the flowing water, the breeze in the trees. This place does have a way of lulling us into a deep sleep. If you'd like, we can rest for a moment longer. There's no rush. You're safe here, I promise. This has been a truly lovely experience. Thank you for sharing it with me. As much as I'd love to sit here all night, I wouldn't want you to wake up with a stiff neck. Come, I'll walk you a little further. It wouldn't do to part ways without making sure you're on your way home safely. I have to ask, do you often take walks like this? Or is this a rare occurrence for you? A simple twist of fate that led us here tonight? Maybe so. I do rather enjoy the idea that fate played a small hand in this. Makes occurrences like these feel all the more special, don't you think? Or perhaps I'm just being sentimental. Well, I suppose this is where we part ways, at least for now. It was nice meeting you, truly. Thank you for coming along with me on this nice little stroll. I rather enjoyed your company, and I do hope you enjoyed mine as well. Perhaps we could possibly meet up again. Possibly to show me your special place. You like that? Well, I'll look forward to it then. I'll be sure to keep in touch with you. Until then, rest well. May your dreams tonight be as peaceful as tonight's experience. Good night.